That is new in the Diddy lawsuit, and the new allegations are just coming out this evening. Jay-Z is being accused of a minor along with Diddy.
2007, Jay-Z and Diddy had been friends for a while, and at a performance at Screamfest, Diddy could be seen smacking Jay's butt a couple of times. Now, I personally don't think this holds that much weight in these theories like some other people do. Lots of friends tend to joke with each other like this, but to be fair, Diddy has been a little bit liberal in some of his jokes. However, 50 Cent took this as an opportunity, as he always does, to clown on the two. It's hard to say how good of friends Diddy and Jay-Z are, but they have been seen together hanging out over the years plenty, so it's safe to assume they are at the very least well.
Let me break it down real quick. Something serious just went down. Jay-Z, the master of cool and calm, just slipped out of character. No headlines, no rumors could have prepared us for what we saw. The man who moves in silence let it all out. Raw, emotion, no mask, no edit. Picture a giant with no armor caught in the storm. The crowd froze. No one knew how to react. The streets lit up with whispers and questions. But here's the twist. What really pushed him past the edge? What's going on behind those designer shades? Behind that billion-dollar composure? Trust me, this story is just getting started.
I give my opinion, and it seems to make a lot of people upset, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here, and I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. A black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You understand? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. You just on here giving your opinion, man. You was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed.
Keep the momentum, because something deeper is bubbling under the surface. What's really going on with Jay-Z? The word on the street is, this isn't just a bad day, it's a buildup. Rewind the tape. Coming up in the Marcy Projects leaves a mark, and no stack of platinum records can fully bury that kind of history. That pressure doesn't vanish, it evolves. Layer in the non-stop hustle to dominate a ruthless industry, and you've got a silent storm brewing inside. People have whispered for years about cracks in the empire, his marriage, the weight of the spotlight, the legacy that never stops chasing him, and that infamous elevator moment with Solange. That wasn't the quake, that was just the tremor. What's beneath it all might be far more explosive.
Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life identity and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last year when I put you on the phone with him.
You did.
I want you to think about this. Allegedly, Sean Carter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. Let's just say allegedly that happened. Now I want you to think about 106th and Park with Mary J. Blige. Free, who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a JayZ victim, and you got a superstar gone. They know what happened. And yet, they had to sit there and have that conversation like they didn't know who did it.
Let's talk about Queen Bey. Being married to music royalty might look like a dream, but let's not sugarcoat it. That kind of pressure, it's relentless. Living in Beyoncé's orbit is both a crown and a storm. Behind the glam are 3 kids, a billion-dollar empire, and cameras that never blink. That's not just a relationship. It's a high-wire act played out in front of the whole world. And in this industry, there's no timeout for the mind. You're expected to stay flawless, no matter the cost. But even icons bend. Maybe what we witnessed wasn't a breakdown, it was a release. A man who's held the world on his shoulders, his history, his image, his inner battles, finally letting the weight fall. If only for a moment.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was JayZ girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
JayZ's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go, nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce, and I say that women do have
that country album, and any of you that buy that shit stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap music with goddamn a holster and a head.
Maybe, just maybe, this moment wasn't a collapse, but a reset. Sometimes you've got to hit rock bottom just to finally see the way back up. Behind those iconic shades isn't just fashion. It's history, pressure, and maybe a few truths the world hasn't seen yet. But don't get it twisted. This isn't the fall of Jay-Z, it's the pivot, the storm before the reinvention. A new chapter is cracking open, and if there's one thing we know, every move he makes from here on out, the world will be watching, frame by frame.
Classic. Stand by your man. Don't act like you don't know that hell. Remake that. Stand by that. That's a real country hit. Jolene, nice. But it has a ring to it. Stand by your man. Yeah. Whoops you and disrespects you with other like Kathy Coriana White.
All right, well, let's do it like
who was
this.
actually carrying his baby while you was faking it. Why your husband don't want to put his seed inside of you? He put it in everybody else? Wild in this world, yo.
It's funny, you open up Beyonce's internet, it just gets weird.
Beyonce's internet.
That's what we're calling
that
it.
That belongs to the devil. Unless you calling that the devil, she ain't nothing but an employee.
Oh.
Half of which dumbass bitch.
So, you know, it's funny that it's crazy you say these things.
Why don't nobody want to accept that bitch?
I think
she went and killed the girl cats.
Okay.
A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her and shit while she was asleep. You know, snacking on his bitch, killing people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too. Which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough, because she
You won't believe the wildfire that sparked after Jay-Z's moment went viral. The internet didn't just react, it detonated. One clip, and it was like someone tossed a match into gasoline. That footage? Everywhere. Timeline takeover. The streets were loud, a non-stop buzz. Celebs jumped in fast, Diddy, Rihanna, and more, all pouring in support. Twitter had a full-blown meltdown. Instagram stories overflowing. TikTok barely keeping pace. Some were shocked, others got emotional. And of course, the usual skeptics popped up, calling it a PR move. But whether it was real, raw, or rehearsed, one thing was crystal clear. The world couldn't look away.
Hey, who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within a week?
No, the next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So, let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode, but for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys
and get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Don't get no what you got in your head, that Neuralink. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her.
You'd think Jay-Z's team would have come out swinging, shutting it down, spinning the narrative. But when they finally spoke, just the usual PR fog. Personal matters. Respect our privacy. Come on. We're all craving the truth. Meanwhile, the industry caught fire. Even Kanye, yes, that Kanye, stepped in with support. For a moment, it felt like hip-hop hit pause, just to stand behind Jay. We've always seen him as untouchable, cool, composed, above the chaos. But now, we're watching him unravel in real time. It's surreal, like watching Superman shed tears. Some say this could be good for him, a chance to show the world he's human. Others think it might chip away at the legend. Either way, one thing's for sure, the game just shifted.
Jay, okay. That's why it's fuck Rock Nation. Hey. Wow.
I'ma tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court, and I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked over by somebody who was supposed to be his friend.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put JayZ on.
Wow.
JayZ was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for reasonable doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean?
Living in a moment where truth hits harder than perfection. And maybe, just maybe, JayZ's breakdown is exactly the kind of real the world's been waiting for. He's survived decades in the spotlight, scandals, feuds, pressure. But this one feels different. Maybe the most unexpected twist yet. Still, something says he won't just bounce back. He'll come back sharper, stronger, more focused. Because this isn't the end of the story. The streets are still buzzing. Will Jay speak up? Will Bay finally break the silence? One thing's certain, there's something brewing behind the scenes. And when it drops, it's going to shake the culture. Stay locked in. The next chapter's coming. And it's bound to hit hard.
The talk shows with Oprah that we went through, and Dr. Phil and stuff like that, even Ricky Lake and all of that, we realized that it wasn't so cool messing with the underage young ladies. I never had an attraction for someone young. I always looked and had an attraction for older women, so I probably didn't have that problem. But then everybody that I fucked with did. Everybody, all of them. No names mentioned yet. But I'm going to expose somebody that we all forget about. Y'all see this picture of JayZ with Aaliyah when she was underage? Y'all forgot about Jay, huh? We only know about Damon Dash messing with Aaliyah and R. Kelly. But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Yeah, remember Fox Brown and Jay. Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better. Before that song came out, we used to hear it. I used to tell shit. I was like, woo, that shit. Him and Mystical, those were two songs that were hot. That it took like a year before it got, well, I'll say to the West Coast. I don't know if they were beating it up on the East Coast. But on the West Coast, it took like a year before those songs came out. And then Nelly song with the Lake St. Louis Ticks. But I'm just saying all that to say, Foxy was young then as well. And so, all of these guys and the underage young ladies was running rapid in the 90s. And so, that's all I remember. That's all I think about, you know, with the DeBarge and Janet Jackson situation. Hey, that's all I think about, and I can remember about Aaliyah. Aaliyah was my wife's favorite artist. She loved the hell out of Aaliyah. It was a tragic how she died. You know, trying to rush back to get to Damon Dash on the plane. You know, and what happened is the Bahamians let her fly out, and their plane was overloaded or full. That's the one thing that I didn't like about when I traveled to our black countries like the Bahamas and Jamaica and all of them. The officials there, we used to have to bribe them $100 to make the rules pass, to let us in with the dogs that we didn't have properly claimed, or you know, the not search our bags or whatever, or to sneak away with a whole bunch of cigars and stuff like that. But in Mexico, one thing about the motherfucking Mexican authorities, that number used to be 5 G's, 5,000 and stuff like that. And I used to laugh. I was like, damn, black folks is easily bribable. They so cheap. They don't understand the value that they be having. But yeah, that's all I got on Aaliyah, really. It's a talent. That's another person that life was taken too soon. That was a talent. Wonder where she would be now. Her, Pac, Big Pun.
This Jay-Z moment, it's bigger than just him. It's cracking open something deeper in hip-hop, for real. The culture's been built on strength, on flexing. I'm untouchable, I'm the greatest. But beneath all that bravado, these artists are human, carrying weight most can't even see. We saw it when Young Handsome got real about his depression, when Kanye spoke openly about his bipolar disorder. And now Jay-Z, one of the most guarded in the game, is showing cracks, asking for help. The mask is slipping, and it's powerful because this isn't just another celebrity headline. It's a cultural shift. When someone at Jay's level shows vulnerability, it sends a message. If he can break down and reach out, anyone can.
It was almost as if Michael Bivins was like having like PTSD from New Edition being a child star, and said, I'ma find some real talented guys.
Do this again.
And I'ma fuck them over worse than we did.
Again.
So we can say it happened to somebody else.
That's PTSD for you. That's like, we're gonna make them relive it. Make them relive it. God damn.
Why would you do that to another artist?
Yeah.
Why would you sit there and say, man, we had the #1 record and we were still on food stamps, and then force your group to do that?
Hey, man.
Why would you do that?
Be your own people.
You want to know how fucked off it was for Big Mike at the end of his run before he had to leave Boyz II Men?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let me tell you how bad his finances had gotten after his wife ran through what lump sum of money they had on that god-awful soul food restaurant that lacked soul and promptness. 6 hours to get a turkey wing platter. 6 hours. We used to call it opening to get it in time for dinner. Get your order in as soon as they open if you want to have it by 6. That was the joke around Voorhees.
Jeez.
Jill bought their house She got it cheap. It would have been a $750,000 home back then, but they were forced to knock $250,000 off the top because of the structural damage. Apparently, they weren't able to take care of that home. It was riddled with termites. Said the only thing holding it up was the paint. They needed the money, so Jill squeezed. And they sold that house for very much more than $400,000 less what it was worth. And they broke even. Is it the way you hate me, baby? That was my cousin Alma that sang that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. The apple don't fall far.
Oh, you don't want to diss me,
The apple don't fall far.
You don't want to diss me. I know you. Bitch. Wait a second. Did you hear what I just said? Michael Bivins fucked over Boys to Men, and when Big Mike got sick, apparently there wasn't enough money available to help them through their hard times.
That's how it goes.
They didn't even promote that soul food restaurant. I mean, I can understand why it was some nigga shit, but maybe if they had got some real help, maybe they could have hired somebody to come in and help manage it. But no, they had to be a self-ran business because they couldn't afford it. Like Jill Scott, who was also an artist and knew how bad that family was struggling and took that as an opportunity to get a very, very large-scale home in a lovely, lovely white Jewish neighborhood for cheap.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm just like, you could have said, I know you guys don't want to walk away from your home, but at least let me pay you full value because I got the money. And I want to see y'all be okay. She knew they were going to have to forfeit on that mortgage, and she squeezed. She was kinder to that damn dog.
Oh man, Putter, what's his name?
Flutter, yeah.
Putter, God.
You gave the dog an idiot name and you wonder why he's shedding your shoe. The fuck is Flutter? What does that mean?
Yeah,
Oh, it's the sound his feet make. That's your fault, bitch. You named him nothing. How you gonna like, Flutter, I used to hate that shit. And he hated kids. And he barked at people's feet. Like he was fucked up.
Oh man.
I can see why Lizelle says she shouldn't make no babies.
Oh man.
I mean, that was her husband.
So,
He should have known her best.
yeah, let me
She
say
wrote a whole
this.
song about it. It was a hit record. Want to hear it?
They did that for rich. Oh shit.
Turn on a black radio station on Sunday where they sell bullshit all the time.
Jack, I want to ask.
Nothing progressive.
I have to say, most people that watch our interviews or your interviews as of late, the main question that comes up is, how does she know? Was she there? So
Yeah.
I want to do it like this. I'm gonna name some names.
Sure.
And I want to know, were you around them?
Sure.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is JayZ.
What about them?
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
Can I ask you this? for you, did you find joy in the business or pleasure? And when you answer that, I'm gonna flip it on him. Do you feel he found joy in the business or pleasure part of that? Or spiritual?
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged. That was the purest moment. For me, it was all done in love for music, love for all that was there, love for the culture. I hate the fact that we did it all for a culture vulture. For someone who never truly had the capacity to appreciate that moment in time, to steal it from the masses, to hide it, to cloak it. I put it up on Philadelphia last year when we launched. You know how many people came to the network to see that show that they never got to see? You know what's great about this year? I still got the footage.
There you go. There you go.
And in 1 week, JayZ Unplugged, the actual whole concert, from beginning to end, will be viewed and able to be viewed on realjag.com. Come and see the history. Come and see the power of that moment, the amazing things that we did with our bodies and our minds and our spirits. There was not one person in that room that was not elevated that night